Internet, you saw the quick sketch on the beginning of the video, and today I'd like to show you how you can create such a shell tower using the shell tool in Archicad. And to do this we will start drawing a circle, or better an ellipse, and in this case I will make this 10 by 20 meters, and I will create a second ellipse with 11 by 21 meters, because this one will be the helping line, the auxiliary line for the facade, for the curtain tool, and this one will be the line for the shell. And we will start creating the shell first, and at the very end we will add a facade in here. So we will switch over to our shell tool and make sure you have the first geometry method, which is extruded, and the second construction method, which is detailed. And I won't give it a structure here, I keep it simple, just general bearing construction part, and a thickness of 30 centimeters in this case, but yeah, just do whatever fits you best. And hold down the space bar and click on the outer line here, and Archicad will ask for the extrusion length, so this will be the height of the building, and in this case I think 150 meters will be a good amount. And in 3D it looks something like this. That's pretty much the shape of our shell tower. Next step, we want to create the cutaways. So I will go back here into the floor plan, and I will create a section which is parallel to our building, and it looks onto our building here. You could also do this in an elevation, doesn't matter. So that's pretty much an elevation of the shell. And it's on the same, it's on the wrong level. So I will drag it down here, and yeah, I will use polylines to draw the outlines, or to draw the auxiliary lines. It's a difficult word, to be honest. Later I will use again the spacebar to cut away all that stuff, or I will create morphs, and we will use SEOs to cut away all that stuff. So maybe something like this is okay, and we will give it some curve here with the fillet or chamfer tool in the pad palette. Let's say 5 meters. Well, it could be more. Let's say 10 meters. And maybe I will do, maybe I will do the same thing here, a little curvature. So I will add another point on here, and this one goes up above, and I will add a fillet here, which is also 10 meters, and we will have this curve. So I have to close the polyline first, and I will drag and copy it down for, let's say, 70 meters. And I will go to the morph tool here and hold down the space bar to fill in that space. Now it's a flat morph, and it looks something like this in 3D, and I will give it a 3-dimensional thickness, and I will drag it down, no, not down, I will drag it upwards on the C-axis for 70 meters, and this will be a solid element operator which cuts away the rest of the shell. But this won't be the only one, so we will draw all of them in our section here. So I will have something like this on top. Let's also cut it away and I wanted to have some I don't know, cutouts for windows or something like this, or maybe this could be balconies later on here, and they also should have some fillet, maybe 1 meter and also 1 meter, and I will multiply these, spread 4 meters maybe downwards. That's not enough. Let's say 6 meters downwards for maybe this distance. I will drag these two here out with a copy, because the reason why I drag them out or away from the shell is very simple. The spacebar tool or the magic wand tool has some problems if there's something in the background. So when I want to create a morph here, it usually, you see this blue line, is usually getting disturbed by everything which is in the background. Not even if I go onto the polyline here and it's on the first side it looks correct, it probably won't be correct when I left click it. So I always drag these helping lines and fills and whatever you use for this out, so there's nothing in the background. And right now I click with the magic wand inside of these shapes, and there they are. Extrude them. They just have to be wider than the rest of our shell. And I go back into our section and drag the stuff down again. Now we need to multiply this one here again by 6 meters, and we are almost finished. I will create one big morph out of all of these. To do this I use the Boolean operations, which I showed in one of the last videos. I selected all morphs, right click anywhere, Boolean operations, union, and now everything is one morph. And now I need the solid element operations. To do this I select the shell. You can do this before you right click and go to connect solid element operations. You don't have to, because when you select something and then you go into the SEO menu, it's already the target of your operation. If it's not the case, just right now click on the shell and say add as target. And then I click on the one big morph and I add this as my operator. And my operator should subtract from the rest of the shell. So that's the right operation, and I execute the operation, and then I will put the morph onto a non-visible layer. Probably I have one which is called solid element operations. It's a mixture of German and English here. Solid element operator, it's a wireframe layer, and it should look something like this in 3D. So that's pretty much what we wanted to achieve in the video. It's very basic, but we can create some cool renderings out of this. So what's missing is the facade, and to do this it's very simple. We click on our curtain wall tool, probably make some settings here with the scheme. I try to keep it really simple, 6 meters high and maybe 2 meters wide. And like I said, I will change this in another video, so we can have our custom grid pattern here. And Also, I will make this 150 meters because that's the same size of the shell. And I will keep this simple LOD 200 here because I already know my PC will almost explode when I click. And I hold down the spacebar again. You see the blue construction line here, that's the preview, and I click on it and it probably takes some seconds. We will take a look at our 3D model, and that looks pretty much okay. So if you want to have this shape on top of the facade too, you can do the exact same thing. You can use a morph as an SEO operator to cut out your facade. There are other ways to cut out facades. There are special tools which I show in a different video because it's really special, but for our purpose that should be enough. And I will go more into detail right now, make the facade more specific, add roof, add maybe some balconies, and the next video will be a rendering showing some shell towers, maybe in a sci-fi futuristic environment, just like on the small sketch you just saw at the beginning of the video. So I hope you learned something new, probably because you didn't know the SEOs or what's possible with the shell tool. I don't know. If it was helpful, just let me know. Give me one thumb up or leave a comment in the comment section down below. And thank you for watching. As always, have a great day and stay creative.